Hello everyone, welcome to King of Games Mobile. Today we're going to be talking about the top 10 tech cards you absolutely have to have in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. And please also keep in mind that these are the top 10 tech cards you need to have in Duel Links. This doesn't mean they're the 10 best cards in all the game. These are cards such as spells, traps, or effect monsters that you can use in any deck. Not the top 10 best cards in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! That'll be another video. Starting with number 10, I'm putting Forbidden Chalice on this list. Now, its effect might seem not to benefit you so much as your opponent, in that it gives their monster 400 attack. But if that monster has an effect that's going to harm your game state, such as destroying your monster that has a higher attack, or removing some of your assets from the field, or perhaps even destroying your deck or your hand, it's definitely worth the 400 attack increase to stop that more devastating effect. Bacon Saver. Coming in at number 9, it's not just a clever name, it will also save your bacon. The reason this card is at number 9 is because it actually can fulfill its purpose twice. You can set it face down on the field and it will absorb one attack for you, and then you can also banish it from the graveyard to prevent another attack. So that's 2 potential life point hits that it can save you from. Coming in at number 8, we have RIRYOKU Field. When a spell card targets exactly one monster on the field and no other cards is activated, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. So this comes in clutch when your opponent activates spells like Soul Exchange or Enemy Controller or any of the equipped cards that would raise or lower your attack or their attack. There's just something beautiful about them flipping Enemy Controller and then negating it with this. You can almost taste the salty tears when this happens. Number 7 is Tribute to the Doomed. This card is pretty simple. You discard one card, then target one monster on the field. Destroy it. The only reason this card is not higher is because A, it requires a discard, which means it's a -1, and also it's a targeting effect. And Duel Links now has some monsters that can't be targeted, but it's still a solid card. Coming in at number 6, we have the Golden Apples. When you're attacked, when you control no monsters and you absorb battle damage, you can activate this trap and it will create a token monster that has the same attack and defense as the damage you just took. This card can be really helpful if you get caught with no monsters and you're attacked, but there are some downsides. First of all, it doesn't negate the attack, so you have to have enough hit points to absorb whatever's coming your way and then be able to activate it. The second problem is that being a trap, it has to be set, you have to wait for your opponent's turn, and you have to hope that they don't destroy it with back row removal. Coming in at number 5, we have Soul Exchange. You can target one monster your opponent controls this turn. If you tribute a monster, you must tribute that monster as if you controlled it. You cannot conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this card. So this is a targeted removal card. It will let you pick your opponent's boss monster and trade it for your boss monster. Now there are a couple of downsides. One, it requires that you have both Soul Exchange and a level 5 or higher monster in your hand. 2, it only tributes one monster, so you have to have either a monster to tribute of your own or it has to be level 5 or 6 specifically. Keep in mind that this card can also be negated by Magic Jammer and RIRYOKU Field. And there will probably be more cards in the future that can do so. Overall though, this is a solid card that will help get rid of those troublesome boss monsters. Coming in at number 4, we have Mirror Wall. This was one of the original most hated cards in Duel Links. When you activate it, each of your opponent's monsters that conduct an attack while this card is face up on the field has its attack halved as long as this card remains on the field. During each of your standby phases, pay 2,000 life points or destroy this card. So the reason people hate this card is because they'll have all their powerful monsters set up, all ready to kill you. They attack your monster and then you flip this and their monster is destroyed instead. Essentially, this one card can really turn the tide of a game, and that's why it's hated. At number 3, we have RIRYOKU. This card lets you target 2 face-up monsters on the field. Have the attack of one monster, and if you do, add that lost attack to the other monster. These effects last until the end phase. Now, usually you'll target your opponent's monster to take its attack and give that half attack to your monster. This will let you destroy almost any monster they have. It's another card that people really get salty about, but you have to have it in your deck just so that you can always take out their boss monster. In at number 2, you knew this card was going to be on the list somewhere. It's the Veritable Enemy Controller. This card has 2 effects. You choose one. The first effect is to target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Change that target's battle position. The second is to tribute one monster, then target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Take control of that monster until the end phase. This card has been in Duel Links since almost the very beginning. You'll see it in almost every King of Games deck. It's just incredibly powerful. You can either stop your opponent's attack on their turn, you can put their monster in defense mode for more easy destruction on their turn, or you can tribute your monster, take theirs, and OTK them with their own monster. With this combination of effects, this card is really powerful, and it's probably not going to go away anytime soon. And coming in at number 1, we have Sphere KURIBOH. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard, change the attacking monsters to defense position. So this card is what we call a hand trap in Yu-Gi-Oh! Essentially, it has the effect of a trap, but you can play it straight from your hand. The reason this is so high on the list is because of its versatility. You can use it on, well, mainly your opponent's turn, but you can use it from the hand, so you don't have to set it, it can't be destroyed, and so it's less vulnerable, and there are very few cards that can negate it. Divine Wrath can, and I believe Angel 07. Later on, if they introduce Solemn Strike or Solemn Warning, they may have some card like that will be able to stop it. But as of the time of this video being recorded, which is October 2017, it's very hard to negate this card, and it's very powerful, and so that's why it's at number 1. Well guys, thanks for tuning in to King of Games Mobile. I hope you enjoyed this top 10. If you disagree or think I missed something, please leave it in the comments below. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of trolling down there. I also realize that some of these cards are not easy to get, but that really wasn't a factor in this list. Maybe I can make another list of top 10 easily farmable cards. But in the meantime, please let me know what you think, and if you like this video, please subscribe for more. Thank you, and we'll see you next time at King of Games Mobile.